Alright, everybody. Sad Dream by Sky Ferreira from her album Ghost. Here she is, sleeping in a way where she just wants to crack her neck so bad because she just hates herself so much. The album is entitled Ghost. I think that's her aim. She wants to kill herself and become a ghost by cracking her neck that way. Really, that's got to be bad for your neck. Either that, or as I said, she's trying to find a hickey desperately somewhere. Or she could be depressed that her hickey is not there anymore. So now she's trying to figure out, oh my god, where do I get a freaking hickey? Like, seriously? I mean, do I have to go to the freaking grocery store and mob some old lady trying to get a hickey from her? Like, where, what? How do I get a freaking hickey these days? Hello? Anywho, 2 or 3 quick news stories before I get out of here. One, something that kind of depressed me when I heard about this, I believe on Friday, either Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday I heard about this. Larry Hagman, a legendary actor best known for playing the villain J.R. Ewing on the popular soap opera Dallas. I have the fourth season of Dallas on DVD, so this affected me deeply. Before I got the 4th season, I catched up on the first 3 seasons back in Philly because the Philly library, the Free Library of Philadelphia, is just awesome. Like, literally, you go there and you see a temple outside. Like, that's how big it is. Nothing like the shitty libraries here in Connecticut. Yes, I did say that word. So, yay to shouting out poop. So he died, and he was a very important character on that show, and a very important person in my life overall, because, you know, such a great actor. Some of you may know him from I Dream of Jeannie, which is a very old sitcom back in the 60s about some witch magic thing. I mean, I think it was kind of like Bewitched. And I hear some people were like, oh my god, I got so used to him in I Dream of Jeannie that I refused to see him in Dallas, where, you know, he went from good funny guy to bad guy. And I just said, you know what, like, if you are not watching Larry Hagman on Dallas, then you have no soul, because, I mean, that's where he is. Now, sure, that show ran a tad too long in its original run, 14 seasons, I believe, from 1978 to 1991, so from way before I was born up until around the time I was born. I think it went out like the spring before I was born. And then they decided to bring Dallas back on TNT. Now, it's not necessarily a reboot in the sense that they're trying to just like literally redo the old show in a new way, just bring back all the characters but with different actors, since, you know, the original actors are freaking old now. No, they're like actually going in sequence. They're showing what happened to the Ewing family many years later. Bobby Ewing, who is J.R. Ewing's little brother, more innocent, more good guy-ish, more handsome, might I say. You know, shouts out to Patrick Duffy, the actor who plays him. Yeah, so it's basically Patrick, Bobby Ewing, J.R. Ewing, and I think his ex-wife now, Sue Ellen Ewing. I haven't gone through the whole original series, so I don't know. But yeah, it's basically showing them what they're like, you know, many years later, like about 20 years after the original show went off the air, which I guess can be an interesting idea, but lazy in the sense that, wow, you know, these actors have, you know, they played those roles for freaking 14 years. You'd think that it would be enough and that they would just move on, you know, with their lives. It's kind of like how they're bringing back a Boy Meets World in the form of a Disney Channel spinoff called Girl Meets World, where Corey and Topanga, who, you know, they were the on and off again couple in Boy Meets World, you know, they have, you know, a 13-year-old girl, and I guess she's supposed to be like one of those fresh, sweet-talking, oh my god, I know better than everyone type of girls that you usually see on the Disney Channel. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the actors on the Dallas reboot, the ones that were in the original series, I mean, they say, oh yeah, we love these roles, we love these characters, we thought it would be interesting to explore them and see what their life is like 20 years later. And I just think of it as, you guys are not getting work as actors. You're one of those people, that have been solidified and have played a role for so long that you're typecasted into that role. It's kind of like Jaleel White, Steve Urkel from Family Matters. He played that role for like 10 years, and of course, it was hard for him to get jobs after that because he was known as Steve Urkel, that black nerd. So yeah, I mean, I just figured, Dallas people, Patrick Duffy, Larry Hagman, and all that company, you guys couldn't get work. It's hard for you guys to get work because you're old, and the TV industry, they can be very deceiving that way. They could see you in that one role and nothing else, and your career is screwed. So when the opportunity comes for you to be in the spotlight again and make some money being the character that made you famous in the first place, it's like you're going to take that opportunity. So I believe that's what happened. It's like I know I wouldn't be ready to replay a character that I've already played for 14 years. So I don't know what went on in their minds, when those people thought of coming back. Patrick Duffy, Larry Hagman, and the girl who plays Sue Ellen. But anyways, Larry Hagman died. Dallas is just getting into its second season, the reboot on TNT. So it's going to be interesting how they handle that, because even in the reboot, I believe JR is the most interesting character on the show. It's interesting because in the original Dallas, they planned for the show to focus on Bobby and that woman that he was married to, which was like a Romeo and Juliet thing, because his Ewing family was against the family of the girl that he married, Bobby and Bobby and Pamela. There you go, Bobby and Pamela, I believe. Bobby and Pam. Yeah. But yeah, JR took over the show quickly with his villainy, and it was just great. He became one of the best characters. So Larry Hagman, I love you. May God rest your soul. And my brother and sister were kind of teasing me about it, because it's like, oh, you never even knew the guy. But honestly, when you've seen someone on television for a while, like you have seen Larry Hagman, I mean, you feel like they're a part of your family. And when you see the family go away, it's like, what the hell? That is kind of depressing. So Larry Hagman, you did quite a career. You had quite a presence on this earth. And I think Dallas on TNT should just be canceled, because it's like, how are you going to make it interesting without JR? I think that's the reason why anybody is giving this shit a chance, is because of JR. What else do I have to say? 2.5 Men teen star Angus T. Jones says the show is filth. Oh, okay. What should I talk about this? Yeah, I guess why not? I mean, we're coming up on the end of the show anyway. Whew, exhausted. Anyway, 2.5 Men, the sitcom on CBS, very popular. Of course, it was well known last year when its main star Charlie Sheen had his famous breakdown. Getting high and getting drunk and showing up late for rehearsals, and calling the show crap and then getting fired. Angus T. Jones, the teen star who, well, not really teen, he's 19 now, so he's kind of an adult. He started off as a kid on that show when the show first went on the air like 10 years ago, and now he's an adult. Apparently, he was in a viral video thingy mahoo on YouTube where he just found Jesus, became a born again Christian of some sort, giving his testimony about how he found God, and all of a sudden it turned into how he thinks 2.5 Men is filth. No one watches it. It's not worth your time. And all I can think of is, wow, biting the hand that feeds you much, you make 300 grand an episode on that show, and you're saying it's filth? Well, okay. I've seen the show before. I don't really get it. It is kind of weird and wacky, and, kind of something that you think, oh, yeah, America does love crap, so I can see why it's popular. It's weird because Angus said he signed for another year on that show, or it's been reported that he signed for another year to be on the show. So I'm thinking okay, if you hate the show, just go away from it. I mean, I know there's that excuse a lot of people hate their jobs but still stick with it because that's the only way for them to make money. That's the only way for them to make a living. But you know, still, you know, you have to think about your morals here. I mean, it's one thing to say that you hate the job, but it's another thing to say, oh, I hate the job so much, but you know, I love the people there, and it makes decent money, so forget what I said. Let me just keep on working. I don't get it. I mean, Angus T. Jones, he sounds like a freaking burger from Burger King. Yeah, he made an apology saying, "Oh, yeah, about what I said in that video. I apologize to the people on the show. I'm not saying that they're crap, that they're filth. I love the people on the show that I work with. I appreciate them. They've been generous to me. They've shown me new things." And some reporters call that brilliant because, in a way, he's still saying the show is filth. He's just clarifying that he doesn't mean that the people he works with on the show are filth. It's just that the show is just crap. Which is like, okay, dude, people watching this show is the only way that you're going to be able to make a living. So basically saying, oh, it's filth, it's like, oh, you're going to lose that 300 grand an episode just like that. So get your act straight. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Shia LaBeouf saying that Transformers was crap, that blockbusters are crap, and I'm like, dude, I mean, if it wasn't for those movies, you'd still be known as freaking Lewis from Even Stevens. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously you don't want to be known as that. I mean, and hey, I think you already said some bad crap about Disney too. Like, oh, you know, Disney, I didn't want to be another Disney sensation where I could never get into adult roles. I always have to do like child roles. So yeah, talk about another ungrateful celebrity. It's like, all right, those movies made you who you are. I mean, it allowed you to step into the adult Shia LaBeouf instead of the kid Shia LaBeouf. So, like, what the hell? And especially trashing someone like Steven Spielberg with the Indiana Jones movie that recently came out a few years back. I mean, like, what the hell? Steven Spielberg, a legend. Like, shut up. What are you doing? So that's all I have to say about that. Ha! All right, someone just called me. I don't know who did. 2 missed calls. Evan Meshberg called me. One of my roommates probably could not get in the door because he just randomly walks around on campus so late. Weird guy he is, but still love him though. Yeah, and that's about it. Okay. Yeah, just like doing stuff with my tongue because it's fun. Oh yeah, Gangnam Style. Annoys me. I don't get the phenomenon with that video. I really, you know, the tech stuff, this whole techno club business that's going on with music today, it's got to stop because it's making every song you hear on the radio sound the same. And this Gangnam Style is no different. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I've seen the video so much it freaking annoys me." It's become a YouTube sensation. Apparently, it surpassed Justin Bieber's "Baby Baby" video as the most watched video in YouTube history. You know, basically some South Korean rapper, you know, making fun of the way rich people live and doing this weird dance. Everybody's got to do a dance for their video in order for it to become a YouTube sensation. I remember seeing it one time, and this was my only time seeing the video. Back last week. Yeah, last week during my TV2 class, it was totally unnecessary. My teacher said, "Oh, you know, why not? Since we're talking about Gangnam Style and popular videos and crap." And we watched it, and I just I think about a minute in, as I said to someone to Facebook, I wanted to assassinate the projection screen. It was just horrible because it just reminded me every bit about how popular music and certain aspects of it today it just blows my mind, like how it is popular, because there's just a lot of things about it where it's reeking of phoniness. Really, it is. So I couldn't stand it. You know, I couldn't hear it. I'm like one of those old people that are like, wow, where is the real music? What happened to when music was music? You know, back in the 60s and 70s. So that's all I gotta say about Gangnam Style. Go away, Gangnam Style! You have no use in my life, no more. I see people walking by, but they don't care about me. I don't care about them. Alright, so I've gone on 15 minutes in this video. Probably won't post it up because it's just a lot of trash. A lot of boring trash. So I think on that note, I will play a song and then I'll wrap it up, since it's about 1 o'clock anyway. Alright? This song isn't titled, or just titled. This song is titled Answer in the Sky. It's by a group called Dinosaur Eyelids, I believe. Yeah, Dinosaur Eyelids. Picture of some kids from like the 40s and 50s, it seems like. They look like they're a combination of a Boy Scout and the U.S. Army. And I think the album is called Join Us. Yeah. The band shouldn't be called Join Us because that would be weird. So let's hear Answer in the Sky and then we'll wrap it up. Thanks for anybody who's tuning in. And once again, any requests, 860-456-2164. That's 860-456-2164. Okay? Okay. Alright. Turning the video off.